3, 2, 1. Houston, you are clear for liftoff.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 21 of this NHL 20 Custom League franchise mode with the Houston Cosmonauts. Just before we jump into this video, if you guys are new to the channel and haven't yet, please go down below and consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers and we are well on our way there, almost at the 3/4 mark now for 750 subs. Anyways, let's jump into the video. So first off, if you guys missed last episode, go up into the top corner. Right now there will be a playlist there and a link and a card you can click that sends you to the entire overview of this series so far, and make sure you're caught up on everything before you watch this episode. Anyways, last episode we got through the off season as well as, well, we were in the Stanley Cup Finals, and I don't think anybody said it better than Nikita Nazarov, where he said, "Oof, man, those finals were a bit yikes. I think where you blew it as a team was when they scored with 43 seconds left to go. I was cheering super bad for the guys, Houston obviously, and it just brought me back to feels of the 2015 final where Tampa had Chicago a few points but blew a few games that cost them the cup." Yeah, that was very similar to what happened here for us in the last episode. Anyways. Or he said, "I don't think you trade somebody from that top six right now. I think you keep all of them until Keller has 1 year left on his deal because he's going to want a lot of money as a 94 rated player." He goes, therefore trade Keller with 1 year left on his deal and bring Cullen up to the first line, turn him into a playmaker." I agree. I think that's going to work just fine. And we will do that eventually. Nikita also said, "Yeah, it's going to be a tough decision between those two goalies, but I get the feeling that Larmour is going to be on his way out. Not that I want to see that, but Lundberg, has 6 years left at $6.1 million average, which is a really good contract overall still." If you guys can hear any kind of noise in the background, like beeping or stuff like that, that would be, we've got some construction crew around our house, like testing water pipes and stuff like that right now, due to a bunch of road construction. But yeah, man, you look at this team and the fit, like the system fit on this team is so nice right now that it's going to be hard to move players around here. But like, we'll still get +3 chemistry, whether it's Kapanen or Cullen moving up to that left wing side, because, well, Cullen's a right-handed winger right now. So the other option we could possibly explore is moving Savan to the left wing as a right-handed power forward. That might improve his game even more. And besides that, like, we really don't have a lot to improve with this team right now. Obviously, the goaltending is just insane, but we have 2 elite goalies, right? So it's really going to come down to who's willing to stay longer, and that's gonna get tight here as more contracts begin to expire on this team. Guys like Salio, actually, he's got 2 years left, so that's good. But let's see, who else needs money coming up? I think Jaden Anderson's maybe. No, we paid him already too. Okay, who haven't we paid then? That's coming up to 1 year left. Vasyunov, yeah, that's the big one right there. So, yeah, that will probably be where we see a goalie like Larmour or Lundberg get moved, possibly. But anyways, I need to get scouting done. I need to do a couple things here before we really jump into this episode. There were 1 or 2 other comments I need to just double check on here. The other one here is Duke Storm saying, "I would say something like I would like to say something like what you should get for Clayton Keller, but you really don't need anything. Therefore, I think you should just get good picks for your future from trading him by the end of this season." So yeah, I agree with that again. And then we just had a bunch of positivity comments here. Guys like Waldo's Awesome saying, "Etanyos 700, it should be more like 7 million. Hockey Boy said, "Keep it up, loving the series." Jared Sorhando said, "I love the video. Will be good if Etanyos posts." And I think that was it. All right, so yeah, thank you guys all for the support. I'm glad I can provide quality content to you that you are enjoying. And anyways, let's jump into this 2026/27 season here. So guys, I apologize for all the noise that's coming from the background. Again, it's annoying. I can't do anything about it. But let's just check out the draft class here before the season really starts. Looks like we got a bunch of unknowns. That guy's way too high up for... Oh my goodness, is this really how weak the draft's gonna be? Are you serious right now? Like, that's not okay. Jeez. Anyways, I can't remember. I don't think we have any additional picks right now that aren't our own. So that means wherever we're placing, that's where our picks are gonna land. So, really, the team's in great shape. We've got so many good, like, elite players in here. Kapanen's grown tremendously. We've got a bunch of rookies that can jump into the team next year, and Bishop and Jacobs. Those guys are looking real nice. We got a two-way forward and a sniper there. Kwiatkowski's looking insane. Honestly, we didn't sign him because we knew he was just going to go back to Oshawa anyways, so that's why him and Sutter were just like, we're like, all right, we're just going to leave them. They're not going to play here right away. But yeah, we got lots of options still with this team. Radislav Salak, we probably could sign, but I don't know if that's worth it entirely. Really, our team's in great shape right now, and we do have Boston's pick as well here. Okay, yeah, we have multiple picks here this year, so who knows where they're going to land. I'm going to sim through to the end of the regular season for 2026/27. We're just going to check out how good our team is here in comparison to other years, and then we'll jump into the full season sim. So there you go, 100 offense, 93 defense, and 92 goaltending. That's just insane. Like, that has to be... That's one of the best teams we've ever had. Definitely the best offense we've ever had, and goaltending as well. We have had slightly better defense in the past, but I'm really not worried about it. I know our defense is still growing and adapting to this NAHL environment. But anyways, I will see you guys at the end of the 2026/27 season. So guys, to end off the 2026/27 regular season, your Houston Cosmonauts go 62-16-4 for 128 points. Just an absolutely fantastic year from the team. Really, I think one of the biggest factors in this amount of points and wins is the two elite goalies we had in net. Not just one, but two. Because, you could argue our defense got weaker, which I totally agree it did. We're also suffering an injury right now with Topi Kapanen, which is too bad because he was up to an 88 before he got injured. But you look at Larmour, he put up 44 wins, and then he's backed up by another 17 from Lundberg. Like, that is absolutely fantastic from our goalies. And really, I don't want to move them, but we're going to have to move one here by the end of this offseason. So that's too bad, but you can see our scoring here. I want to see how many points Davidson put up, because Keller led the team with 107. He's up to a 95 overall now, which is insane. And Davidson scored 98 as a defenseman. He had 30 goals as a defenseman, so that's insane. Kirby Doc has another 100-point season. That is awesome to see from him, as he is one of the guys that really makes this team. Actually, that was his first ever 100-point season. My goodness, what a year. I'm very glad that we went out and got him. Anyways, besides that, Savan didn't break 100, but he was at 98 as well. You can see Kapanen was crushing it, man. Vasyunov puts up his third 40-goal campaign in a row. He is proving to be a lethal goal scorer here in this league, and as long as he keeps that up, man, he's getting a contract. Like, there's no way we don't sign him at the end of this year. He's been absolutely fantastic on that second line, and he fits so well that it's like, why would we ever get rid of a guy like that? Tyler Cullen had a 40-point season, so that's really good from him. Obviously, we are eventually going to be tossing him up on probably the top line. That would be my assumption for where we're going to put him. But yeah, we got options on this team for sure. And we're going to get, the crazy thing is, we're going to get assets back for Clayton Keller at the end of this season too, which is crazy. 44 wins for Larmour might be the league best. We will see. And it is not as DiPietro and Brizgalov for their respective teams, both put up 45. Obviously, they were like the main man. You can see they played 69 and 71 games versus Larmour's only 57. So I think it's safe to say we had a slightly more reliable goaltending tandem than anybody else in the league, even though our goalie played a lot less games. He was only 1 win off from the top of the league there. Marcus Ahonen scored 44 points for the Outlaws. Teratukin scored 43 for the Nighthawks. I don't know who else. Were there any like elite players in here? Doesn't look like too many. Brent Clark, he's 24, but he's actually nice now. Jeez. He's looking pretty good. Okay, so besides rookies, for overall defensemen, Davidson beats out Bartley by 8 points. Jalen Bartley had a fantastic campaign, my goodness. Same with Nicholas Matsumoto. Miro Heiskanen put up 77 points in Boston. That's insane. Carlson was actually crazy good in Denver there. Anyways, besides that, for your top of the league scoring, Smirnov puts up 124 points on 72 goals. Brian Lutz puts up 80 tallies again. Wow. Yeah, that's already 500 goals in his career. That's insane. He's only 26. Jeez. All right. As far as assists go, who had the most assists in the league? Kirby Dach led the league in assists with 83 in 82 games. So he averaged over an assist a game and then tacked 21 goals onto that. So fantastic season, boys. All right, let's see who we're going to be taking on in the playoffs. I assume it's going to be probably the Calgary Cowboys. Actually, we might take on Phoenix, so we'll see what happens here right away. We got a day or two to sim, and we do win the President's Trophy again. That's very good. And yeah, we will be taking on the Calgary Cowboys first round. All right. So guys, this is our 8th playoff appearance in 8 seasons. Our team has just been absolutely fantastic, has not missed the playoffs in a single season. This is the first time in our playoff history that we will take on the Calgary Cowboys. They actually won the Stanley Cup first season of this franchise mode. I don't know if you guys remember that far back, but Calgary was a pretty smoking hot team right off the start, and well, since then, they've definitely calmed down a bit, but they still have some good players in here. There's no question about that. Yamamoto and Aho, obviously, the 2 big names there. 2 smaller playmakers, really, to be honest, but Cale Makar is another just fantastic player for that team. Their defense is not great, and their goaltending's injured right now, so yeah, I think we stand a very good chance of beating this team in less than 6 games, and well, let's see what we can do here. So we're just going to do this as our regular playoff format like we normally do. So let's see what happens here. So game number 1. We start off up 2-0, goals from Paling and Leach. We outshoot them 14-10 first period. Second period, it's a 2-2 game as they respond right back. Goals from Svechnikov and Goldobin. We're outshooting them by 11, but that doesn't matter as the game is tied up here. And next shot will gain the lead probably. So, yeah, this isn't great because we're kind of letting them back into the game here right off the bat, and that's not what we wanted to do to start off the playoffs here, as Calgary still has enough offensive firepower to make us pay. But at the same time, our goalies have got to play well if we're going to go anywhere. So, down to the last 4 minutes. Come on, boys. We need something here. Power play doesn't convert. Shoot. Okay, we are headed to overtime in game 1. Let's see what happens here. Who's going to win it? We let Calgary right back into the game. We're tied on shots with them now. And that's not great. All right, power play, boys. Come on. You got to convert. Oh, my goodness. Come on, boys. You got to convert. And there we go. We finally get the game winner. Ryan Paling gets 2 goals in game 1 to guarantee our victory there. That was too close, man. Larmour played well, but had to make 34 saves at the end of the night. Like that's too many. We got to play better defense. We got to limit shots. Oh man, and Mikhail Savan is out with a concussion. Ugh, that's not what we wanted to see. All right. So this lineup is definitely a little beat up as well. We're going to toss Tyler Cullen on the right wing here. For now, we're going to move Ryan Poehling up because he played so damn well last game. And I guess we'll toss Jones in on the back end for now. He's at a 0, so that's actually all right. And shoot, that's not what we wanted to see here. So for 3-on-3, I guess we will go with Cullen for now. That's not ideal. Actually, you know what? Why the heck is Marcus Vassayunov not playing here in the 3-on-3? He is definitely good enough to. Really? Okay. That's just the way our team's set up right now. Okay, here we go. Game 2. Did our AHL team make the playoffs? I actually don't know if they did. Oh, they definitely didn't. That's too bad. Anyways, here we go. Game 2 against Calgary. Obviously, Game 1 was way too close, but we're injured, so they are going to be way too close. Game 2, first period. We're tied 0-0. We outshoot them 13-7 on shots. Second period, still a 0-0 game. Tied 21 apiece on shots heading into the third. We don't have our game breaker there in Mikhail Savan right now. That would be huge if he was in here, but he's not. And it's making our play a little bit more easy to defend against, but Clayton Keller still gets a goal there. I hope Tyler Cullen got in on that one because he is playing top line minutes now. So let's see if we can just keep this up, boys. Come on. Not much time left, and really this is a tight game here. One shot will tie it, and there you go. Josh Osang does exactly that. We might be heading to overtime again here. That's not a great thought for, going on a long playoff run, because that means your players are going to get tired quicker because you're playing more minutes than you need to. Power play for Calgary. That's a long power play. Oh my goodness. Was that a 5-minute? How long are they on the power play? Jesus, we just killed off like a 5-minute power play there. And then we do convert. Let's go. What a job from our team as they kill off a massive stretch of penalties in overtime. That was crazy. And then the second that they take a penalty, we convert on it. Well done, boys. Well done. That's too close on home ice, but we do walk away up 2-0 against the Calgary Cowboys to start off here. Looks like a bunch of other teams are up 2-0 too. Yeah, okay. So we're going to head to Game 3 now. Obviously, the OT wins are just that much tougher, but that much sweeter as well. So here we go. In Calgary for Game number 3. Let's see how it goes. Oh my gosh. The Penguins actually qualified for the playoffs. Let's go. Anyways, first period. Wow, up 5-0 as Leach gets a goal, Keller gets a goal, Rasmus Anderson scores 2, and John Davidson gets 1 as well. Sebastian Aho scores once for the Cowboys on their 13 shots. Meanwhile, we score 5 times on 13 shots. That's the difference in goaltending right there. Second period, it is a 6-1 game as Marcus Vassayunov really just puts this one to bed. There's no question about that. And do we really even need to slow sim this? Like, we are just so far ahead of them right now. Even if they do convert on some power plays, which they don't, we're still going to be miles ahead of them. So, yeah, this team is really where we want them to be now. That was a crazy first period, to be honest. I'm gonna skip here, and the game ends 7-2 as Victor Mete and Donovan Leach both get goals there. We get outshot 38-36, but I'm sure that Larmour is one of our 3 stars. Yeah, he made 36 saves, so that's insane. Anyways, what a performance in Game 3 on the road by the boys, and we have the opportunity to sweep the Calgary Cowboys here. So let's see if that is a possibility or if they're going to actually show some resistance, show some backbone. And by the looks of it, our AHL team has actually made the playoffs here for the first time in as long as I can remember. But, they've got a couple good players in here for sure. Like Liston and Ramirez are definitely 2 big names on this team. And, if they can score, then that's going to be huge for our team. Honestly, the all balanced is kind of like perfect as well. for the way he's set up. What about this guy? Bounce, energy block. Okay, so yeah, those guys could definitely be making the NHL as soon as next year. Depends on how well of a run or how good of a playoff run they go on here, obviously. Morrissey got injured. That's not great, but it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. Okay. So, the AHL's going. I don't think they're going to go on that much of a run, but they did beat, who are they playing? Is that the Laval Phantoms, or what's the team called? It's not Laval. It's Lehigh Valley Phantoms, sorry. They beat them in game 1. Anyways, here we go. Game number 4 at the Saddle Dome Arena. Let's see what happens. And we start off up 3-2. Donovan Leach, Samuel Morin, and Yoki Nygaard getting goals for us. Downing and Yamamoto scoring for the Cowboys. It's a 3-2 game. After the first, we outshoot them 14-11. Second period, it's a 3-all game as Andre Palat, one of our ex-players, scores on us to tie the game. And here we go, heading into the third period. Are we going to clutch up again, or are we actually going to blow a game here? Because we have not done that yet in the playoffs, but there have been some close calls for sure. So let's see what happens here. Halfway through the third period, power play for Calgary does not convert. Okay. So we're still playing even strength here. They are out shooting us by 1 shot right now. And we're getting down to the final minutes here. And we are headed to overtime yet again. All right, here we go. Third overtime in 4 games. Our team's been clutch so far. And that does continue as we complete the sweep in round 1 against the Cowboys. What a performance from the boys. Clayton Keller getting the OT winner there as we outshot them 3-0 in those first 3 minutes of overtime. So, wow, Samuel Morin had a 2-point night as a defensive defenseman. That's huge. And yeah, what a series it was there. So we sweep the Cowboys without too much pressure against us. Obviously, there were a couple overtime games, but we do get the victories in all of them. Looks like the Swamp Rabbits swept the Ice Tigers. The Firebirds swept the Stars. The Nighthawks are about to sweep the Dragons. The Rattlesnakes are about to sweep the Outlaws. Okay, so we got a lot of series going on here still. Anyways, we're just going to kind of advance like day by day quickly through these playoffs and see what happens. For the Penguins, they lose game 2, so that's not great. All right, what about game 3? They win game 3. Okay, so they just got to win 1 more and they're through. And yes, they do. Okay, nice. So the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins are still alive. Obviously, you can't change all the AHL affiliates, but yeah, that's a good performance there by the boys. Let's see what happens in the NHL here, because there was at least one 7-game series by the looks of it. So we will be taking on the Rattlesnakes in round 2. Let's see. Yeah, so let's just check out the playoff bracket. This is always a good way to tell exactly what went on. Obviously, Phoenix swept as well, didn't they? Yeah, they did. All right. Wow. Okay. The Vancouver Narwhals and the San Diego Hammerheads went to 7, as well as the Stingrays and the Vikings. Boston was Boston up 2-0 against Columbus? I think they might have been, and they might have blown it. Anyways, all sweeps except for the Columbus, what's their team name? It's Philadelphia Firebirds and the Columbus Eagles. That's what they're called. So the Eagles and the Firebirds will go up against each other in round 2. The Nighthawks and the Swamp Rabbits, the Narwhals and the Stingrays. That is a big matchup. I've been telling you guys about that. The Stingrays and the Narwhals is a huge matchup. And then obviously this will be the... Oh, what is this? This will be our 4th time taking on the Phoenix Rattlesnakes in the playoffs. We took them on round 2 last year, beat them in 5 games. So, yeah, I think we have the upper hand on them, but obviously with all the injuries we have faced recently, that's not exactly helping our team out too much. So, let's just check out what the Rattlesnakes roster is bolstering right now. Looks pretty similar to what we faced last year. Obviously an 89 rated Tyson Jost on the 3rd line is pretty insane. And then they have one top pairing for defense, which is good. They're both top 2 defensemen, no question about that. and backed up by Vasilevsky is always good. But really, if Vasilevsky were to get injured for some reason, oh no. I'm not saying we're going to go and intentionally injure Vasilevsky. I think we're just going to outscore him. But yeah, here we go. We are going to take on the Rattlesnakes too, because this has been a pretty quick episode overall, as we have been sweeping teams and doing things like that. And, well, here we go. So, going to advance the day. Looks like the AHL playoffs are over too. Anyways, here we go. Game 1 of round 2 on home ice. Obviously, we're going to have home ice advantage throughout the entire playoffs. But, first period, we're up 1-0 as Mikhail Sonnenberg scores for us. We outshoot them 16-8. Second period, it's a 1-1 game as JT Miller scores on the power play. We're doubling their shots, but not their goals. So that's not great at this point. There you go. Now we double their goals as John Davidson scores. And then Marcus Vasilevsky gives us the 3-1 lead. Beautiful, boys. Just keep the shots going at Vasilevsky. He's going to fumble them, and we'll just get up by a bigger lead here. Power play for Phoenix does not convert. Beautiful. Good. Our penalty kill's been absolutely fantastic up to this point. Like, I think we've only seen 1 or 2 power play goals convert here. JT Miller scores his second of the game, and it's a one-shot game all of a sudden, so that's not exactly the way we wanted it to go. But we still have the lead at this point. Power play for Houston does not convert. That is a nail biter here, but we do get out of that close one with a 3-2 victory. These are clutch wins, boys. You are really playing to the best of your abilities right now. Holy. Like, I am so thoroughly impressed with this team. The Narwhals win game 1 in the other Western Conference series. The Nighthawks win their series, and the Firebirds win. So that's Draisaitl McDavid's teams in Philadelphia and Nashville, funny enough. And then we've got a bunch of franchise players on both San Jose and Vancouver. Anyways, I just want to check the injury reports here and see how much longer our guys are out for, because, okay, May 2nd and May 9th are the earliest dates that Savan and Kapanen are back. The team's still playing well, but obviously we'd be playing better if we had those other guys in the lineup. Anyways, here we go, game number 2 now. How did our AHL team do? They beat the Hershey Bears in game 1 of the second round. Beautiful. All right. So here we go. Game number 2 in Houston yet again. First period, we're down 3-0. Ouch. Ouch, boys. JT Miller, Robertson, and Sagan all score. They only got 11 shots on, and really they probably should have chased Larmour from the net with that first period performance. Second period, it's a 4-1 game. Ouch. As Keller scores, but then Kavanov scores. And, well, heading into the third, I think this game's a bit of a write-off as our team's not shooting the puck at all. And power play for Phoenix does not convert this time, thank goodness. But we need to start shooting the puck if we're going to score. There you go. Marcus Vasilevsky gets us 1 back, but we still need 2 more goals, which is, it's taken us way too long to score here. And there you go. That's the game, because there's no way we're coming back from a 5-2 game there. And we do finally blow our first game of the playoffs in our 6th performance there. So not a great performance, but, you know, just shake it off. It's all right. We still won 1 game on home ice, which is exactly what we needed to do. And heading into Phoenix, we need to definitely try and split this series too, if not just completely win it on away ice. So it'd be nice to have a player or 2 back, but that just isn't happening at this point yet. So here we go, game number 3. We got to perform with the guys we have. We got to forget that last performance and just play our game. So first period, it's a 1-1 game as Wayne Simmons scores, but then John Davidson ties it up. We outshoot them 13-8. So we came to play tonight. We got a lot of shots in the first. That's good. Second period, it's a 3-2 game for Phoenix. Come on, man. We're out shooting them by 7 shots, and we're just not scoring. Erik Karlsson is a 77-rated retired defenseman. Sagan's on his way, too, to being a retiree. Like, my goodness, boys. If you're getting outperformed by a bunch of 38-year-olds, you are disgraceful. Anyways, heading into the third, it's a 1-shot game, but, you know, that could become a 2-shot game very easily if we don't convert on a shot here. Power play for Houston. Doesn't convert. Okay, come on, boys. There you go. Ryan Poehling ties the game up 3 apiece. And we're still going here, but, you know, this is definitely a little bit stressful here, considering that we are letting Phoenix play around this close. Sompy, let's go. I don't think he's ever had a playoff point before, but that's huge. That's huge. And with not much time left, Tyler Cullen gives us the 2-goal lead, and we will be at least splitting this away ice series here in Phoenix. So that is a great performance from the boys. And Davidson with 3 points there on the night. So that was a huge performance considering we were on away ice, and we should be getting players back fairly soon here. How is our AHL team doing? They lost game 2 and 3 against Hershey, so that's not great. They might get knocked out here pretty soon. The Firebirds have won 7 straight. Oh my goodness, they have too. Jeez, okay, Philadelphia. I want to see Philadelphia because I know that's Draisaitl and Bear Martinez, I believe. Those 2 guys are just insane franchise players. And yep, that's exactly what's going on here. So, they really got just one main line, but it's still just a fabulous team overall. Like, my goodness, that is a team you don't want to have to face. And oh my goodness. Yeah, that's definitely a team you don't want to face unless you have to. That is a little bit scary. Anyways, oh good, and they got Ryan Murray now. I can see why they've won 7 straight. That is a good team in Philadelphia. Oh boy, okay. So hopefully we'll be getting some players back here in the next couple days. But anyways, heading into Game 4, obviously we're up 2-1 in the series, but if we could make it a 3-1 series, then we really have the opportunity to knock them out in 5 heading home. All right, so first period, we're down 2-0. As Hinestroza and Barre-Boulet both score there for Phoenix. They outshoot us 70-10, so what do you expect? You gotta get more shots, boys, if you're going to score. Second period, it's a 2-2 game. Let's go. The Cosmonauts respond right back as Sompi and Jones both get goals there for us. We're getting outshot 26-22, but we're still in this game. So let's see what happens here in the third. Obviously, the third period is always the most important game. If you can't play a full 3-period game, you're not going to win a hockey game. And, well, our team didn't really show up in the first, but if they can salvage the second and third periods, then we have a good chance of winning this game still. So, down to past the halfway mark, Phoenix gets a power play, does not convert. They've got 40 shots on net now, and Larmour just seems to be shutting them out here at this point. All right, we're headed to OT yet again, getting outshot by 10 shots on away ice, but that doesn't seem to matter at this point as, if our team can just keep getting shots, we're going to have a chance to win here, and really, it's been all in their end so far. Shots both ways there. Come on, boys. Oh man, this is a little stressful here. We do get up to that 40 shot mark, so we're getting a lot more shots on in overtime here. Come on, boys, let's convert, and we don't. So we split both home and away series there for the first 4 games as we drop that one. Vasilevsky makes 38 saves, only lets in 2 goals. Come on, boys, you got to convert in more than 1 period in the game. I don't know where the rest of our team is right now, but guys certainly aren't playing to the best of their ability. So, shake it off. That was a close one, obviously. Topi Kapanen is available to play here finally. It's been too long, to be honest. We're going to move Sompi down to the 4th line, and then we're going to toss Kapanen up here on the 2nd line. So, yeah, that was, a little disappointing, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So, we got all the chemistry boosts going here. Can we actually convert and get some scoring going here? Because our team has kind of been, underwhelming compared to previous playoff runs here. So here we go, man. We can't let Phoenix get up on us 3-2, but you never know what's going to happen here. So first period of Game 5, we're up 3-1. I think Topi Kapanen's really kind of changed the complexion of this team. As Cullen scores, then Painling scores shorthanded, and Sonnenberg scores. Hinestroza gets the only goal there for Phoenix in the first. We outshoot them 14-10. Second period, it is a 4-2 game as Nishushkin scores for Phoenix, but then Vasyunov responds right back 11 minutes later. So we got a 2-goal advantage going into the third. Make it 3 as Donovan Leach scores right off the bat for the third period, and this is looking good, boys. Let's keep it up, hey? This is exactly where we want to be, and we're giving ourselves the opportunity to win this series still. So being up by that many goals just just really shows that we are the more dominant offensive, defensive, and all-around force here in this series. But Tyson Jost makes it a 5-3 game, and there's not much time left. I mean, they could score 2 goals in 4 minutes. It's unlikely, but you never know. And there you go. See, Wayne Simmons scores again there, but that's not going to be enough as we beat them 5-4. Kind of stopped playing defense there in the third period, not going to lie, but that one goal from Donovan Leach proved to be enough, and he had a 2-point night. Same with Tyler Cullen. So I like how Cullen's playing on the top line right now. He's honestly crushing it. And, well, heading into Game 6, we have the opportunity to knock out the Rattlesnakes altogether here for the third time in, it's probably like 6 seasons now or something. But anyways, here we go. First period of Game 6. We're up 1-0 as Mikhail Sonnenberg scores for us. We outshoot them 14-6 in the first. Second period, it's a 3-1 game as Marcus Vasyunov scores, as well as Joachim Nygaard. Tyson Jost scores once for them, but I'm going to jump in just to kind of end off this recording here. We're going to get a little bit of gameplay in, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, so here we go. Not much time left here. Just one more period before we can potentially knock out the Rattlesnakes. We just got to play our game and not give up too many chances, so here we go. Davidson over to Cullen. Leach going to try to get a shot off. So yeah, not too much time left here. Down to the final 3 minutes. Really, there hasn't been too many highlights in this third period, but our team's just playing well. So as long as we can just keep them out of our end, we're going to be all right. Here we go. Topi Kapanen. First game back. Nice move. Shifty move, and makes them pay. That was a beautiful goal, man. That's exactly why we're paying Kapanen like $5 million a year or something like that. I think he's only $5.1 million, which is insane because he's such a good player still. And yeah, that's just shifty and a great shot to beat Vasilevsky over the glove there. This game's wrapped up. So yeah, not too much time left, and really that was just a fantastic goal. Oh, what a shot. Fair enough, man. That's a good shot there. Who was that? 15? Is that like Dickinson, maybe? No, it's Nishushkin. Yeah, nice shot. You got to give that to him. That's a good shot, so yeah. Just beat Larmour clean there, but Nishushkin is a sniper, so 33 seconds left. This game's pretty much over, but, you know, we still got to play. And there you go. Houston is through to the conference finals for the 3rd consecutive season. It's just really well done the all-round overall. Same thing I was trying to say 2 words at once. But yeah, we knock out the Rattlesnakes in back-to-back seasons, which is a good feeling. It took us 6 games instead of 5 this time, but it doesn't matter. We're through. So yeah, good season there. Alright, so guys, we have the opportunity to either meet the San Jose Stingrays for the 3rd consecutive season in the conference finals, or we might actually meet up with Vancouver, but at least 3 out of our 4 conference finals appearances so far have all been against San Jose, and we haven't lost to them once, so you know, I would totally be okay with that. Wow, okay, looks like we got a series on our hands here, as the Penguins could actually knock out the Hershey Bears. They don't. That's too bad. All right, who are we going to be taking on here? And it looks like, yeah, we got San Jose yet again. My goodness. They've got to just absolutely despise us by now. And, well, Mikhail Savan's back, but how'd the AHL playoffs go? And our boys got through to the conference finals. Let's go. The Penguins are still alive. Anyways, having Mikhail Savan back is a huge, huge part of this team. I know Tyler Cullen's a really good player and all, but, like, Savan's 98 rated, bro. Like, you cannot stress that enough for how good he really is. Well, 97, sorry, not 98, but the +5 boost, too, is just insane. So yeah, I think this team still has a very good shot at winning the Stanley Cup again. Looks like Lundberg has been playing pretty well in the playoffs too. he got 2 shutouts, you got 2 shutouts in the 3 games he's played, so this is looking nice. The AHL team is looking really fantastic too, I have to say. I am quite impressed with how good this team is looking. Lennox and Cogliano are decent. Kopecky has not grown as much as I was hoping he would, but he might still. And Petterstrom has honestly been pretty solid overall. Cruz might jump up, unlikely, but you never know. Oh yeah, and there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys that is just, it blows me away how good some of the players we've drafted are. Okay, so you ready? I'm going to show you all of our unsigned players at this point. So, actually, first things first, I want to check out how much money does Vasyunov expect. He wants $9 million, which is, that's fair. I honestly think we could get him for probably less than that if we did like an 8-year deal on him. But we're going to have to make other moves first before that happens. Dante Heinen is not expecting too much money, to be honest, so that's pretty good. Okay, so, no, what I wanted to show you guys was in the system. Yeah, that one right there, Kalle Landeskog. His 81 overall. Like, I think I want to sign him here just for the AHL team, to be honest. But let's just look at all of our unsigned players at this point. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say we've drafted pretty well over the last little stretch here. We got a lot of good players in the team. It's crazy. And then we have goalies too. Like, look at this guy, man. Connor Walter. He's looking fantastic. What stats did he put up? 33 wins in 48 games. Oh my goodness, he's going to be sick too. This team is so set up for the future, guys. We've drafted so well. Like, it doesn't really look like it, but we have. We've drafted so well that this team is set. So anyways, we're going to wrap it up here, but we got Nashville, Phoenix, San Jose, and Houston, 4 of the biggest name teams in the league remaining in the playoffs. So let's just go and check out these remaining teams to end off this episode. So first off, we got the Nashville Nighthawks, obviously Connor Howe, Connor McDavid, and Nikolai Ehlers. Just an absolutely great lineup there. Like, that's scary. They got Malkin on that team too. He still hasn't retired yet. The defense is not nearly as good, and same with the goaltending in Nashville, but I get the feeling Philadelphia will knock them out most likely just because they have better all-around players and they have goaltending and stuff like that. So, but you never know. The Connor pair there could be pretty deadly at times. And then San Jose, this is the team we're going up against, obviously. The one-line team here, really. I mean, yes, they've got Horvat and Rich. Actually, you know what? It's a top 6 team here. Their top 6 forward group is insane. The defense, not so much, and then the goaltending, we should be able to light up, but you never know. Michael DiPietro is just a god sometimes. So anyways, that's what we will be potentially seeing in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed, then make sure you go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video if you made it to the end. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already, and make sure you leave comments to possibly get featured, and feel free to turn on notifications. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.